A man who dares to waste 1 hour of time has not discovered the value of life. It is not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. We will now discuss in a little more detail the struggle for existence. The love for all living creatures is the most noble attribute of man. The most important factor in survival is neither intelligence nor strength, but adaptability. The world will not be inherited by the strongest, it will be inherited by those most able to change. We are always slow in admitting any great change of which we do not see the intermediate steps. Nothing exists for itself alone, but only in relation to other forms of life. It is not the biggest, the brightest, or the best that will survive, but those who adapt the quickest. Building a better mousetrap merely results in smarter mice. The more one thinks, the more one feels the hopeless immensity of man's ignorance. Even people who aren't geniuses can outthink the rest of mankind if they develop certain thinking habits. It is no valid objection that science, as yet, throws no light on the far higher problem of the essence or origin of life. Who can explain gravity? No one now objects to following out the results consequent on this unknown element of attraction. An agnostic would be the more correct description of my state of mind. Some call it evolution, and others call it God. Ignorance more frequently begets confidence than does knowledge. It is those who know little, and not those who know much, who so positively assert that this or that problem will never be solved by science. On the ordinary view of each species having been independently created, we gain no scientific explanation. If I had my life to live over again, I would have made a rule to read some poetry and listen to some music at least once every week. Intelligence is based on how efficient a species became at doing the things they need to survive. Freedom of thought is best promoted by the gradual illumination of men's minds which follows from the advance of science. A man's friendships are one of the best measures of his worth. If everyone were cast in the same mold, there would be no such thing as beauty. Much love, much trial. But what an utter desert is life without love. It's not the strongest, but the most adaptable that survive.